Coming to you live with all the sports action from around the UP. Welcome to Friday Night Frenzy.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Friday Night Frenzy, presented by the Venice Pub and Pizzeria of Ishpeming. I'm Jerry Taylor. We begin with the Frenzy with a pretty competitive boys basketball game between Munising and Gwynn. Both teams were looking to rebound after tough losses earlier in the week. Early first quarter action, Munising with the ball. Ben Stasewicz grabs it, and he goes right to the rim for the bucket, and the Stangs led early by 2. We stay with the orange and black. Noah Ackerman, Garrett Blank, Austin Kelto, bing bang boom on the passing and shooting. That put Munising up 4 as head coach Dan Waterman shouts out a couple instructions from the sidelines. Midway through the first, here come the Model Towners, Owen DeVoe. Whether it's football or basketball, he can't be stopped. DeVoe gets the floater in the lane to fall, 9-7 Munising. On the other end, watch number 24 in white, Justin Nyquist. Pokes the ball away from Stasewicz, and he's off to the races. Nyquist, count it, plus the foul. Gwynn took an 11-10 lead, but Munising would win it in the end 50-43. The Mustangs hit 7 3-point shots in the ball game. There's one of them right there for you. On the scoreboards, Ishpeming was 20 better than Kingsford tonight, 59-39. Negaunee had no problem at Manistique as the Miners win big over the Emeralds. In a thriller in Dickinson County, Norway needed overtime to get by West Iron County 57-54. And in Republic, Bill Radcliffe's RM Hawks defeated Baraga 50-42. Back to the highlights. Undefeated Forest Park tried to stay undefeated tonight at home against Kearney-Nadeau. First quarter, the Trojans on the attack. Raymond Tomasic tracks down the rebound, and he finishes it off with a nice basket. Nicely done there. Later, more from Forest Park. The Trojans get the ball deep again. Jeff Johnson, a little pump fake. Gets him free from the lane, 5-2 in favor of the Trojans. But here come the Wolves. Keenan Lampinen on his horse makes a beeline towards the hoop, and he flips it up and in for the basket. His team trailed 7-6. Kearney-Nadeau would take its first lead of the game a short time later. Manuel Duran from the far side knocks down the triple. It was 9-7 Wolves after 1. But Forest Park would hold on in the end by 4, 54-50, to keep their undefeated record intact. In other scores from this evening, North Dickinson's Logan O'Neill made his free throws down the stretch, and he win at mid-pen. Evan Winklebauer scored 22 for the Wolverines. It was Rapid River 57-55 over Superior Central. Stevenson dropped a tough one at home tonight to Wasaki, Wisconsin, 58-36, and Ironwood won at home 62-30 over the Gladiators. Back to the goods, the top-ranked Class D boys team in the UP, that would be North Central. The Jets played at Park River Harris. First quarter, the Jets leading 4-2. Cody Welch drives and kicks it to the far side. Brandon Willa hits the jumper. That tied the game at 4. North Central has been without the services of Travis Vincent for a few games. Tonight, he was back, and his jumper, well, still looks pretty good to me. 10-4 in favor of North Central. For the Broncos, Jordan Sodergren running the play, and here, Jordan calls his own number, 23 to the hoop for 2. But then the Jets began to, well, fly away. No pun intended there, especially from downtown. Tyler Pulfus makes the extra pass. Josh Granquist from the near wing hits the triple. Jets head coach Adam Mercer liked the play so much that he called it again. Josh Granquist to Rob Granquist from the right in your living room. Bang, bang, bang. North Central had 4 players in double figures and a big win over the Broncos. Back to the scoreboards. I bet it's really fun right now to drive anywhere in the Copper Country these days. Jeffers won at home over Watersmeet 63-46. I hear they're like 100 inches more of snow right now than they had this year, but those poor people. Houghton won at home tonight Houghton won at Calumet 48-37. Hancock had no problems in a W at Chassell, and Lakeland and Hubble took care of business at Dollar Bay 73-27. In girls hoops tonight, Molly Smirka took in Ben Smith's Marquette Radettes at home against Menominee. Third quarter, Marquette leading by 5. Let's make it 3. Allison Barley found herself a lane to the glass for 2. At the other end, off the inbounds pass, Elizabeth Kareen bounces it inside to Kirsten Iwanski, and that's good for 2. Marquette up by 6. Speaking of making a living in the post, Paige Owens, watch this move, spins towards the baseline, and she finishes with her left hand for the bucket. And speaking of making buckets, Marquette's Hunter Vidla is known for doing that time to time. And Vidla throws it up for 3, bottoms up for number 10. She finished with 18 points. Casey Durand would hit the mid-range jumper here for the Radettes, and Marquette would win it by 25 to improve their record to 14-0 this season. The Radettes playing good ball for Coach Smith. Just a few other girls' scores to report this evening. Escanaba 65, Iron Mountain 41, and Houghton defeated Kingsford 70-47 behind 18 points from who else? Elisa Jermoon. In women's college hoops, the Finlandia Lady Lions won at home tonight 94-47 over Maranatha Baptist Bible College. Lady Lions had 5 in double figures, led by Haley Gervais with a game-high 30 points. That's all for the first half of this edition of Friday Night Frenzy, but there's still plenty more to get to. Straight ahead, we get the ice for a little college hockey action. That and more next on the Frenzy right here on ABC 10. Welcome back to the Frenzy, once again presented by the Venice Pub and Pizzeria of Ishpeming. With just 12 games remaining on their schedule heading into play tonight, the Michigan Tech hockey team wanted to start out its home series against Ferris State with 2 points, or in other words, a win. First period action, Ferris State had a 1-0 lead. Blake Piedla puts the puck on net. David Johnstone would bang it home, and that tied the game at 1 after 1. Let's go to the second. A scramble would occur in front of the Huskies' goal, and it would be Chad McDonald would light the lamp 2 minutes into the period, and that gave the Bulldogs back the lead. Michigan Tech would tie the game midway through the period. Reed Sturos would tip home the shot for his first career goal, and it was tied at 2 after 2, thanks to a nice glove save coming up here by Jamie Phillips. Let's go to the third. Blake Piedla to Reed Sturos for his second career goal. 3-2 Huskies, and that was your final score. Tech picks up 2 huge points.
I thought our team played a efficient third period. We had a couple moments there where we were a little sloppy with the puck, but overall I was really pleased, and especially the last minute and a half or so. I know they had their penalty, but we just didn't give them any opportunities to on the net, to pull their goal.
Definitely a relief to get the first one off, and then yeah, Blake made a good pass in the second one, and I just shot it, went in.
Now by Sturos over
Perfect
for
time for Reed to
Piedla.
score 2 goals. Tech and Ferris State will play one more game tomorrow night, 7:07 p.m. puck drop. Now there's scores from the WCHA. Northern Michigan and Alaska Anchorage just started a few minutes ago. Lake State 5-3 winners over Bowling Green. Minnesota State fell to rival Duluth 5-4 in OT, and Bemidji and Alaska just started a few minutes ago in Fairbanks. Another college hockey action. Both Finlandia teams dropped decisions today to Adrian College. At the Copper Dental Showcase in the Sioux, Hancock fell to Port Northern Huron 6-5 in overtime. And the Marquette Royals currently lead the St. Louis Frontenacs 2-1 in the second period. Eric Hewitt has both goals for the Royals. After this edition of The Frenzy, Jimmy Kimmel is next. From all of us here at ABC 10, enjoy the weekend, everyone, and good night.